It's chill.
Here with your mom? We're here alone, bitch.
Pen15 has entertained us for 2 seasons. Anna and Maya going through the things teenage girls go through always made for a good idea. They had us in stitches often, and on other occasions, we understood where they were in their painful development. With season 3 probably on the horizon, we did some snooping. This is everything to know about Pen15 season 3. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Who are Anna and Maya? For those new to the show, we wanted to recap the 2 main characters. Maya Erskine, as Maya Ishii-Peters, is a shy and sensitive Japanese-American 7th grader who is best friends with Anna and is primarily raised by her mother. Maya can be immature and spontaneous at times, but she makes friends with her class through clown behavior. Anna Conkle plays Anna Kone, a 7th grader who is best friends with Maya and struggling with her parents' divorce. Anna is the school's best singer and often copes with her home life with music. Anna is more mature than Maya, but also more likely to give in to peer pressure. These two take us through the lives which resemble the average teenage girl. There are a lot of fun and cringeworthy moments created by these two as they come to terms with their sexuality, peer pressure, and relationships. Reception. The show is something new and could have been a failure due to the issues it touched on. How is it received? On Rotten Tomatoes, the series holds a certified fresh 93% approval rating with an average rating of 8.04 out of 10 based on 46 reviews. The website's critical consensus reads, "Viewers willing to suspend their disbelief will find much to enjoy in Pen15," wherein Maya Erskine and Anna Conkle reprise their adolescent selves, stirring up plenty of yucks and pathos amidst the farce. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the series a score of 82 out of 100, based on 17 critics, indicating universal acclaim. On Rotten Tomatoes, Season 2 holds a 100% approval rating, with an average rating of 8.82 out of 10. The critical consensus reads, "An excellent showcase for Maya Erskine and Anna Conkle and their well-cast classmates. Pen15's sophomore season goes deeper into the nuances of middle school life without losing any of its cringy charm." On Metacritic, Season 2 received a score of 93 out of 100 based on 11 critical reviews, once again indicating universal acclaim. What happened to the second half of Season 2 and what to expect? Season 2 of Pen15 ended abruptly after episode 7. There are still 7 more episodes to go. Where are they? Pen15 is an American cringe comedy and streaming television series created by Maya Erskine, Anna Conkle, and Sam Zeibelman. It premiered on February 8, 2019 on Hulu. The series stars Erskine and Conkle, who are also the executive producers, alongside Zeibelman, Andy Samberg, Akiva Schaffer, Jorma Taccone, Becky Slavatier, Mark Provisario, Brooke Pobjoy, Debbie Leibling, and Gabe Liedman. In May 2019, Hulu renewed the series for a second season of 14 episodes, the first half of which premiered on September 18, 2020. The second season was interrupted by lockdown due to the global health situation. The first half ends on a heartbreaking note after Maya Ishii-Peters, Maya Erskine, gets dumped by her boyfriend and school play co-star Gabe. Gabe did not like the intimacy thing, while Anna Kone, Anna Conkle, must choose which parent she wants to live with after their divorce. It is expected that in the next half of Season 2, the leading duo will explore their identities and more mature themes. The latter half of the season will likely pick up right after Maya and Anna leave the restaurant, both reeling from their own personal heartbreaks. After attempting to woo Brant all season and resorting to some pretty wild antics, like sprinkling his locker with hair and joining the wrestling team, Maya finally moves on with play co-star Gabe. It is expected that Season 2 is a darker season and defined by heartbreak, but Conkle explained at the virtual CTAM press premiere that they always knew a sophomore season would be a messy gray area because they didn't know if they were getting a renewal. Season 1 had many of their funny firsts, like discovering AIM, wearing thongs, and shaving. Season 2 is what happens when the shine of being a teenager wears off, and Erskine said they dredged up all their repressed pain associated with these stories to make the season as realistic as possible. The divorce of Anna's parents hit particularly hard in Season 2, as Anna tries to bridge the ever-widening gap between her parents. Konkle said, "In real life, my parents split the house up for about 2 years after the divorce. It was really confusing and there was an attachment to them and to us as a family, of course. At the same time, it was very tense, and I wanted to share the low feelings that come with that." Konkle said that both her and Erskine started to have various darker feelings at age 13, so season 2 has a space for them to get real, honest, and dark about what it's like to be as unhappy as a tween. Maya struggles to be accepted both by her crushes and her peers, while Anna tries to ignore the screaming matches between her parents at home, for example. Another example is that despite feeling her up at the dance, Brandt acts repulsed by Maya in public, and in one painful scene, a supposed friend mocks Maya's mom's accent. There are times when Anna and Maya even turn on each other in the hopes of gaining some social currency, which, as you would expect, almost always ends in tears and hurt feelings. Many of us know these types of situations from our childhoods. The other characters feel this agony as well. Sam fails to fit in with the popular crowd and is too embarrassed to fully admit how much he likes Maya. Later, it's implied that Gabe is grappling with his sexual orientation, which is why he dodges Maya's kiss at the play. Maya and Anna begin to see their own moms as more fallible and human. As both women struggle with how to parent two increasingly rebellious daughters, the duo pick up and repeat misogynistic insults in season 2 to their parents' horror. It's painful and awkward pretty much all the time, but that's exactly the point. As Erskine and Konkle explained to Entertainment Weekly, the entire show is meant to keep you in the purgatory that is middle school. Erskine said, "We're hoping to keep the show, Anna and I, in 7th grade forever. It's not about these two characters going to high school. Anna's and Maya's growing pains are unlikely to end anytime soon, but perhaps the second half of season 2 they'll finally find something to smile about." Season 3 predictions. Since the global health situation forced many shows to close up shop and resulted in production delays for others, it's understandable that the remaining episodes of season 2 or the season 3 episodes will take time to complete. We are probably talking at least 2 years before season 3 will start if the show does get renewed. More R-ratedness. The creators promise that when season 2 returns, it will include more R-rated escapades, and there is no reason to believe that season 3 will not include the same. Of course, the series is not meant to be sexy, but designed to make us cringe, as middle school did for all of us. Season 3 is sure to take this up a notch. The fact that two 30-year-olds are playing the roles of 13-year-olds is another indication that the show creators wanted it to be as unsexy as possible. The result is one of the most unique series in recent history. Losing their virginity? We know that at some stage, Anna and Maya will lose their virginity, or at least think they did. If it does not happen in season 2, it will almost certainly happen in season 3, unless the creators have a guarantee of future seasons, which is rare. Whenever this happens, we know it will be extremely uncomfortable. The girls will probably screw it up and do it wrong at first, or not even have it happen to them. We predict that Anna will lose her virginity first because of her weakness under peer pressure. Maya may be the one who is sexually more mature, but she will not be the first to try. One of the things you should remember about middle school is that nothing ever happened the way we planned it or expected it to, for most of us anyway. Turn up the awkwardness. The series is all about awkwardness. The season after the second half of season 2 will really take it to another level. We mean almost untouchable awkward. As Anna and Maya have stated, the show is meant to be awkward, and that is part of its appeal. There is almost not a moment fans did not cringe or feel their heart ache at being tweens. As the creators dig deep for more material, we can be sure that they will follow the recipe that works for season 3. Will the show ever be sexy? The show is what it is and will stay what it is. Some say there's a possibility that the idea is copied in another show and that the sexiness is pushed up a notch, or it may be that Hulu can buy out the idea and change it. The chances of that happening are small because the show will become controversial. We predict that Pen15 will never have a single sexy moment in it. The more out there the idea seems, the better the chance of it happening in the show. As human beings, we like to be scared and grossed out sometimes. Pen15 definitely grosses us out as it cuts its way through a virtual ocean of hormone-infested waters. The viewer watches this show for the cringe, because there is nothing else. It is unrelenting and probably not everyone's cup of tea. It has a large following though. Let's see where the series goes. That is all I have time for today. Meet me here again sometime for more great videos.